What's good, Moo crew? Welcome back to my channel. And if you are new, thanks so much for stopping by. Today we are here with Dominique. I used him to promote or make previews for my World Adventures Nectar replacement. I was gonna drop it on Tumblr, but I ended up making a Patreon to move all of my stuff over there. I feel like it's a way better system to keep all of my stuff organized, and I really just want to use my Tumblr for taking pictures in any case. But we are here with him. I did use this house by Ruby Red as a really pretty backdrop previews. The link will be in the description. I really love this house. It's like, I would definitely use it in a supernatural play or maybe even a medieval play. I feel like if you can change a lot of the appliances around to feel more medieval, it's definitely doable. So we're here. I actually used Rosie's Builder World because it was just a photo shoot that I was doing, but I ended up keeping the save up because I really wanted to tour this on the channel. So we are here in this home. So as you can see, you have the main manor here, which is what I would call it. I wouldn't exactly call it a mansion. And then you have like this area over here, which I do have to see. I don't think I looked upstairs. I did already take a look at this house. Like I peeked around it. I didn't want to look too much into the details, but this is basically just a garage and you can do like whatever you want in here. There is some stairs that come up here. And if I am not mistaken, we go down a bit. Yeah, so that is empty up here, but you could probably put walls in here easily and just kind of, you know, oh, here we go. Yeah, so you could do like whatever you want with this area. It's empty like this, so you can turn this into whatever you want, and then this would be like your garage. Again, if you wanted to turn this into like more of a medieval thing, you could obviously put like a wagon in here or something. So yeah, we're gonna start from first floor and work our way up. So we're gonna get a real cinematic in here. I did see this well. I think that is store content well. I could be mistaken. Let's see. Oops, okay, yeah, that is the store content well. So that's really cool that she put that in there. And then you got these stairs coming up here, and then that really spooky looking tree. This is like a deco structure, but it looks so good, honestly. I could definitely see people doing like a whole photo shoot in here. I honestly should have had him standing here as if he was pouring the wine into this bowl. That would have been a cool cover, right? I get all the ideas when the preview is already done. Okay, so we've got here, you guys already know what I'm gonna say. I love Ruby's structures. They're just so intricate and realistic. Like I could never, I would seriously struggle so much just to make this. Like I would struggle so much, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to challenge myself. So here we have the, I guess, foyer, you could probably call it, and it just looks so good in here. You see the piano and then the deco books right here next to the the stairs. You've just got all these deco books around, and obviously this is a functional piano too, so you've got some place to tea. I imagine Dominique spends a lot of time here. And also this, which looks like he may edit or make his own, you know, piano music. And then you got this little cello here, which I would probably remove. I think Dominique is a pianist through and through. And then you have this really awesome base game statue, which they made fit so well. Like honestly, when it comes to the Sims 3 art style, you can mix Alpha and Maxi's match together, and it really comes out super pretty, especially when you play around with the well, wait, maybe this isn't base game. This looks too good to be base game. There is a base game statue like this though. I'm not crazy, but yeah, you know, you can get like, hold on, let me take a screen. if you mess around with the patterns, you can get something really, really pretty. So here we've got these two little chairs and then this phone, which probably is not functional, but you could make it functional with transmogrifier. A mirror, even though Dominique is a vampire, he won't be able to see himself, but it's always nice to make people, you know, comfortable in your home, right? To make humans comfortable before you suck them dry. Then you have this really realistic coat stand, I think, coat hanger, and then some books. And I don't think all of these bookcases are functional, which thank goodness for that, because your Sims are just gonna be moving back and forth, touching them all the time. We're actually gonna go right. I went left the first time, but I want to go right this time because I really love this dining room here. And then that, look at that lion statue above the fireplace is such a nice touch. And as you can see here, like she built like these little misc structures, so it looks like it's actually a part of the wall and was built like with the house, which I love. She really did some intricate stuff here with the pillars. That just makes it look so put together. You know, she put like the fake borders and fake arches around on the walls. Well, actually, no, I believe these are real. I think maybe these are just, it's either this is all deco or she put two walls with arches. Whichever way she did it, it came out awesome, which would probably explain why the outside looks a bit strange, right, when you're on the first floor and not the second. But this is meant to be seen like from the Sims perspective as two big floors. Like if I can probably do it and then come down, yeah, you see, so that's where like the ceiling and everything will show up. So this is how it's supposed to look to your Sim when they walk in, which is gorgeous. Look at that border. Amazing. And then the chandelier that hangs down over the piano. And then that big painting, look at that. I didn't even notice that. This is exactly why I didn't want to look too hard at this place, because I didn't want to like spoil anything for myself. You got the grandfather clock there in the back. So let's go back over. I am gonna have to come back down to take a look at this dining room again, because there's like a little buffet area over here. But first, let's look at these. Well, first of all, the patterns that they used was just amazing. You got like this little tea serving area here, and then something like the dish. I imagine there's a human head in there, possibly for a vampire family. And I don't really know what this is. This is like a salt and pepper shaker, and then just like a basic pitcher. But I love these chairs. The chairs just really matches with everything. And then the chandelier, of course, very royal looking, very fancy. I always struggle to find the perfect chandelier for a build, no matter if it's modern or medieval. So I think, you know, I just have to step up my taste here, because Ruby Red is just so good at that. And then you have this cute little buffet here, which is actually functional, guys. Let me turn off my depth of field. You see here, you can serve it. So it is functional, which I really appreciate about that. Excuse you. I really appreciate about that. And then more mirrors, which, you know, it just doesn't fit for my vampires, but I imagine they just want to make humans comfortable. And maybe a human comes over, a courageous human comes over and looks over at the mirror while having dinner with this vampire family and realizes they are not in the safest company. You know, so here we have, and then here's where I'm missing some stuff. I think some store content that I just didn't download. All the other CC came with the house. It's just that if you don't have all the store content she links on her website, you will have stuff that looks like this. But personally, I wouldn't put a TV in this home anyway, just because I don't think these people are TV watchers. And then here you go. Look at this cute AF wine little serving tray. And then you have this TV here, which yeah, I would get rid of that anyway. And then look at these like royal dishes. It's like a royal like toilet paper. I mean, what is it? Tissue holder probably. And then maybe some jewelry in here. Right out in the open. These vampires don't care. Oh, look at this. Like a little charcuterie board maybe. And some more tea stuff. Some grapes. Some... Oh, I think that is also functional. Yes, it is. I can see it even without the depth of field. And then all of these, just look at this detail with the plants and the books and more tea. These vampires love tea, don't they? But you know, obviously you don't have to just have a vampire live here, but I really like these pillows that they set up and the seating area. Let's go take a look at the kitchen. Go take a look. And as you can see, and this is why I say this could also fit for like a medieval build as well, because there's really not a lot you would have to do in this kitchen to make it fit for medieval. Like there's probably like a medieval sink you can put in here, but this one works perfectly fine as well on its own. And then the stove, honestly, I feel like the stove is good. Like there's not a lot more medieval stuff you would have to do with it, but I know that there's a couple of like medieval options that I would like to throw in here instead anyway. And then you have this, which is just deco. It's like a deco wine holder. And then this is the refrigerator, which also fits for a medieval build as well. Like you can imagine this is like a salt shelf, how people kept their food, you know, good through the winter time or whatever. So it still works, you know, it still works itself out. Let's go across. Let's come back out to the foyer and across. And I believe we are heading into the library now. This is where I took most of my pictures here. And I think this is more like the study. I think that'll be a better. And this is where it's like giving supernatural because of the deco cats, right? And then you've got like this little, and it's not, I don't know if it's functional actually. Let me see. No, it's not. It's just deco, but it looks really pretty. Looks really pretty there. Makes you think like someone who has been living for a very long time, right? Who has a lot of interest and hobbies and has learned a lot of stuff. This one, I'm not too sure what this one is actually. That is a strange thing, right? And let's just kind of come up here and I'll take my middle screen and then we'll come back down. So we're going to go up those stairs in a little bit, but I really love this chair and the leathering of it. And then is this sometimes, oh, it is. Okay. So this is a computer and this is why I say this could really, really work well for your, medieval builds, because this could just be like it's a computer, but it's like a book, so it's a pretty big book. So the animations are going to look a little funky on it, but honestly still worth it. 10 out of 10. And then here you have your library. Now these are functional bookcases. I took some really pretty pictures in here. And then you just have like the fireplace and then like a little seating area. And I really love those like sugar cubes right there. That is such a nice touch. And then here you've just got your little knickknacks and things. Looks super pretty. I wonder who that is, Dominique. Did you have a lover, Dominique? Was it a doomed love? I wonder. So let's go through this door. And I guess this takes us to the bathroom. I actually forgot that's what this takes us to. I am immediately drawn to this, as you guys can see. Oh, and the perfume. I love this. The little rose petals. You guys should definitely build like a whole Let's Play series around Dominique in this house for sure. There's just so many elements of like whoever this lady was. I hope he finds her again. But I love this bathtub and the curtains and the window and the toilet. Oh, it's just so perfect here. You guys already know how much I love Ruby's builds, so there's really not many compliments I can say that you haven't already heard before. And then this takes us outside, as you can see, and then these steps are functional and you can just come out and go wherever you please. Personally, I would place this in like, you know what I was thinking? I was thinking of like trying to revamp empty versions of EA worlds just randomly, because those are the only large worlds that I've never really had too many crazy performance issues in. So I'm thinking if they're emptied and I just kind of do my own thing in them, I might fare out better. But I would personally place this whole lot like in like a forest, you know, and maybe even probably change the foliage around like these green trees specifically, just to match the foliage of whatever world you place it down in, just to keep it all consistent. So now let's go upstairs. Let's actually start from these stairs and then work our way over. So I'm gonna come back down now, and as you can see, that ceiling, my OCD is craving it. So you come through these stairs here, and then you have immediately a chess table, which is just oh, look at this little picture wall here. Dominique, you've met a lot of people in your vampire life. You've met a lot of people, Dominique, even modern people. Look at that. Look at that. You know, I think I want to make like CC posters and picture frames of like random Sims 3 Sims. Just, I feel like it would be super immersive if somebody did that, but you know, probably me going to do that. And then I don't know if this is the master bedroom, but I guess a ballerina lives here. That's cute. That's cute. And then like this open little shelving area. I wonder if she, okay, so she only just decorated this side because this is what you're gonna see, which makes perfect sense, honestly. You're not gonna get any complaints out of me. But and then you've got like this little, I guess, book study area. So the person who lives in this room can come here and have some tea. You could probably transmogrify one of these into the store tea thing or the modded tea thing without the table. I know that exists. I might even link it below if you guys ask for it nicely. And here goes the perfume and the plants and the mirror and the jewelry. So pretty. A woman definitely lives here. This place is a woman's touch. Look at that beautiful dress. And Ruby even set it up to look like it's actually meant to be on the wardrobe, unless that dress comes with it. I don't know. But here also you have like this little bustier mannequin, I think is what you call it. And then these candles, so pretty. So pretty. I bet the lighting just goes crazy in here at night. And you have these pillows on the floor, which makes sense. She has so many pillows. I bet she ruffles it up so much when she's just moving around. She must toss and turn at night quite a bit. And she also has a painting station, chair to sit and relax and probably brood and stare out the window, or probably away from the window since it's facing away from the window. I don't know. She can see a little bit from the outside from over there. And then you got the fireplace with all of the candles and your wood and your painting supplies. Very nice touch. So let's come out and let's go over through this door. And oh, it's another bathroom. So I guess this bathroom belongs to the woman who lives over there. And it's your standard bathroom, but very well decorated, very realistic. You know, she had the soap, the toothbrush, the plants. The wallpaper is really taking me for a loop here. I really love this. I know that this probably took a while to find like the perfect thing, maybe. I'm imagining like to match the border, that large border with the middle part and then the bottom border. You see here. And then also look at this structure. That is clearly like a deco structure that they put in there, but it fits perfectly. And then also a hamper. So you can do laundry here. And you just have like this little chair and then the bathtub. I wonder who sits and watches her as she bathes. Look at this. I forgot the creator's name. She was awesome. And she was very popular for a while, but I think I remember seeing this piece from her. And then you got your towels over here and your toilet with your toilet paper, because you can't forget that, guys. It's so much more realistic. And then let's go through this door here. And then maybe this is the master bedroom. I imagine this is where Dominique sleeps. He has his big grand wardrobe, his mirror that he can't use because he's a vampire, and another one over here. And then I guess his colognes, some plants, some more books. This would definitely be Dominique's room. And then all these candles. This is like a fake little fireplace, but it looks awesome, honestly. And then I think, do I see some interactable candles? I do see them. Oh, nice. Yeah, this is gonna look so pretty at night, guys. Seriously. And then the bed too, which, you know, the white can kind of throw you off a bit, but it really brightens up the room a bit, doesn't it? It really brightens this room up more than you'd think. So let's come out again, and then let's go across this hall. As you can see, you have this functional that is functional. You can play music from it. And then, ooh, look at that. Spooky. Spooky web. Spooky. Love it. So you've got an apothecary station. Maybe Ruby Red plays Skyrim, because you can always kind of see little places decorated up like this a bit. And then some bookshelves, and then a little treasure chest. Oh, maybe she does play Skyrim. Some potions too. Little knickknacks. I guess those are rocks probably. Oh, and then hanging lavender. That is a really nice touch. So let's keep going across here, and then from the study is where we would come up from this area, and then we're gonna go to the 3rd floor, but you can get to the 3rd floor 2 ways, from those stairs and then these stairs. And then you have these deco books and bookcases. But very quickly, let's go through this room. Oh, I forgot about this. It's like a little off-kilter balcony, which honestly, hats off to Ruby Red for building this, because this takes you to the laundry room. How cool is that? Maybe if they have a maid or somebody who stays here, this is the room. Oh, they 𝑛𝐻𝒕𝒉𝒊𝒄, they do. Look at that. Look at that. But yeah, I wonder if anyone's ever made functional medieval versions of a washer and dryer. Outside of the functional wash bin that I think someone, I forgot their name, someone made it on Mod The Sims. You could probably use that as a replacement instead. But here we have, oh, this does not take you anywhere except to this little area right here. That's interesting. So what about the, oh, here we go. So you've got this area here, which tabernacle, I don't want to say that out loud. I don't know what's gonna happen. But yeah, you can play with alchemy up here. Let me turn off my depth of field. You can play with alchemy up here. You got your little pet spider friend, not a fan, but, and then you got your apothecary stuff, your alchemy stuff, right? And then you got all these books, probably potion recipes if I had to guess. And then this little, oh, you can light this fire actually. So when you light it and the fire and the flames come up, it's gonna look like the kettle is being cooked. That is actually really cool. Then you got this rocking chair. You can rock in it. You can probably turn this into you can transmogrify it into an actual storage chest, and you can hold your potions in there if you'd like. Got some pumpkins, very fall, right? And then you can hold like a little witch's broom here. Oh, nice. That is functional. That's awesome. That is awesome. I wonder if I can get some nice screens in here. I wonder. I'm gonna go for it. Yes, nice. So, and then you also have this area, which I guess is just meant to make the exterior look pretty. If we go up one more time, yeah, that's exactly what that was for. You're always gonna have those strange exterior structures when you want it to look super realistic, but this came out so pretty. I love the roofing. I'm a big fan. And then the little top parts that she added, which is just chef's kiss. I have got to step my exterior detail game up like this. And that that concludes the tour. I mean, there's no basement or anything, but you know, it's a very nice house. If you want to see Dominique play in it for a little bit, we can do that. Now he's got 0 skills in piano, but that doesn't mean we can't get some aesthetic vibes going here, right? So we're gonna go with Dominique for a little bit. I just really love that tree. It's so creepy. That tree is so creepy. And we're gonna go in with Dominic while he sits and plays the piano horribly while alone. And this is how it should look to your sim who walks in on Dominique, right? That's how it should look. So yeah, that's going to conclude the tour. I really hope you guys like this. If you are interested in doing a supernatural or medieval playthrough of The Sims 3 currently, I really hope you check out this house. If you don't download it, then at least get some inspiration because this house is absolutely beautiful. Ruby always makes beautiful things and just goes above and beyond every time, and you wouldn't even believe that this was built like over 10 years ago, probably. I don't know. I didn't check the dates, but it's just done so well, especially even all the way down to the ceiling details. So I'm gonna go. Thank you all for joining me. I will see you in the next video. I love you all so much. Goodbye, mamas.